I ate clean all week from Monday to this was last week, mind you. From like Monday to Friday afternoon. I ate clean, I did well, did everything right. At least I thought. And then I go ahead and I'm like, I'm gonna splurge. No more salad, no more, you know, eating under 1,000 calories a day, or some days 700 calories, 600. A couple of days I did 500, so that's pretty low for me, for a big fucking bastard like me. But Friday I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna spoil myself. I just got paid. Let's fucking go. So I'm like, let's go for Carl's Jr. They got a good burger, and I grabbed the I grabbed, what's the thick burger there? The El Diablo, I think it's called. It's the bacon jalapeno thick burger, and I got a crisp cut poutine. I was like, oh, that's the shit right there. And that's like, all again, all week, all good. All week, normal bowel movements. Friday afternoon at work after lunch, fucking had to shit 3 times. Fucking rancid fucking diarrhea. Like 3 times. And I know that's a lot of information for you guys, and I apologize. But oh my god, it just goes to show you how much your diet like affects how you are. I mean, that fast food's already not bad for you, but like really? Like go from maybe crapping once a day, you know? I have a very regular schedule for the most part. Unfortunately it usually occurs at work, but it's usually around 8:30, and it's like, okay, bowel movement time. But if you go out of your way to have some gross fucking Carl's Jr. and a poontang on the side, yeah, you're fucked, bud. Welcome everybody back to NRJB Board episode number 42. We're rolling along here. Just before I pulled up to do the podcast here, I checked Twitter. Sulked in my bed for about what I thought was 2 minutes, but ended up being almost half an hour. Because that's what happens when you do reels and Twitter and shit. It absorbs your life. I've been trying to do better in life and trying to get away from social media absorption. And it turns out I kind of, I miss out on a lot of things sometimes, but really? Are you really missing out on anything big? I don't know. I don't think so. But I saw um, this thing that Midnight Society had retweeted, which is Dr. Disrespect's gaming company, and it's talking about the arena, which I think is Dead Drop, maybe, I don't know. It's the new Midnight Society game anyway. And some guys that bought NFTs are able to play it early in like a pre-alpha, very basic version. And I don't know, it like what I'm seeing here, the map that they're dealing with, it's like a high-rise one. It's like a very tall map, like very skyscraperish, which people know. We've talked about it before when they first kind of showed it off. But honestly, like from my point of view, the the gameplay doesn't look overly great. Again, it's pre-alpha, so I don't want to be too much of a jerk. But it just, I don't know. To me, it looks very basic, and again, it's pre-alpha. It's supposed to be, but it's when the guy's aiming with the assault rifle, he's got like it's probably their own weapons, like weapon names, but it's like an M16 type deal. But when he aims down the sights, it's like instant, and he aims down the sights instantly. The reload is super fucking quick, so which isn't a huge deal, but it's just, I don't know, it just looks kind of janky. But again, it's pre-alpha. It's got kind of the numbers for hit markers, kind of like Fortnite, where it tells you what kind of damage you're doing to people. So I don't know. It looks all right, but honestly, it doesn't look. To me, it doesn't look great. Like it's not something that's getting me excited. But again, it's pre-alpha, so I don't think we should judge it too harshly. There's a guy on here, Evil Jug. I don't know who that is, but he says this game needs another 10 years of development before it's ready to be shipped. Oh, but then some, but then somebody shot back at him from Hose Over Bros and said, "You literally play mobile games for a living, and you're out here trying to hate on a real video game, bro. Come on." I agree with you, Hose. Some people are just fucking savages. Oh my god, I like this guy's username. His name's Giga Chad Esports Expert. That's funny. But yeah, there was another one that somebody screen capped Doc in his Twitter thread, and it said it's a pic of Doc saying, "I could take a screenshot right now." Blows out anything from COD Edge, and just waited till next month, and that was June of this year. So, sorry, Doc. I don't think your game looks better than anything on the COD Engine. But again, I'm not gonna shit on Doc because I genuinely think he's a cool guy, and I genuinely think that this game's gonna be good when it comes out. Oh, sorry. A lot of people think that I see a lot of people being stupid with it too. A lot of people are saying that they think the game's a scam because of the NFT thing. I don't think so. Like somebody as big as Doc would not put their name and like it's literally his company. Like he wouldn't do that on a scam. He would, he would make sure it's legit. So I don't think it's a scam. I think the NFT thing was just a way to raise money to get the project off the ground. And the people that bought into it are going to get unique things for the game. So, I mean, that's probably the best way to use an NFT if you ask me. Which to me, I think they're fucking all NFTs are fucking stupid. Like they just are right now at this point, but and the hype has died down around them. But when it comes to like Doc, like I said, using them as a proof of purchase essentially for being an early funder, that I don't see anything wrong with that because like whatever. At least it has a purpose, and you're not just trying to flip it for money. But yeah, I've also seen a bunch of people complaining online, talking about this is kind of random, but there's a big group of people from when I grew up that were talking about how they didn't like the Star Wars not prequels, we'll say the original trilogy by George Lucas. He made episodes what is known as episodes 4, 5, and 6 now. The OG trilogy, it's been kind of remastered and redone over the years, and people call it the George Lucas Special Edition. And honestly, like people shit on these all the time, and they say they like the original VHSs, and that's it. And they well, not and by original I mean the original VHS, not the new release, because I think there was a VHS copy in the late '90s that was a special edition of sorts, and that was the original special edition that had they changed a bunch of shit like Guido shooting first, and that's probably the only thing that I could think of off the top of my head that I didn't like much was how they edited Guido to shoot at Han Solo first, before Solo did. I thought that was a little weird because like I I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I never watched those movies and thought, man, Han was such a bad guy for shooting that poor alien. Like he's such a jerk. It's like, no, I always thought as Han was defending himself because he knew that was a bounty hunter out to get him. And it's not like Guido's a good guy. He's a bounty hunter. He's just trying to get his bounty. So I don't know. I never saw it as a bad thing, but I guess Giorgio did. So whatever. But I don't know, people shit on them all the time, and I was looking at a reel and I'm like, I never really thought about it much, but I'm like, you know what is the real differences? And obviously there's the ghost scene at the end where they added the old actors, like they added the new actors from episodes 1, 2, and 3, which is fine. It's like whatever. Like who really cares at the end of the day? But that's one of the worst things for people, but other than that, everything else, the reshoots and stuff, the new angles and the new CGI, I don't know. To me, it does. To me, people were grasping at straws at that point. Like they were just trying to find shit to hate. So I didn't think it was too bad anyway. But I don't know. What do I know? I'm just the fucking best Star Wars expert in the world. But anyways, yeah. So I just want to tell you guys that I don't think the George Lucas remakes, like from 2011 and all that, the I think they were DVD specials or whatever. That was the worst ones for people. Was the DVD special edition? I think it was 2011 or something they released, but everybody fucking shit bricks about it. So I don't know. I don't find it to be that bad. But the in shittier news, again, I'm just going off random topics here, but I caught a nail in my tire earlier this week. That fucking sucked. Luckily, I do have a brother that works in the industry of tires, so he was able to fix it for me. But still, it's like, God damn it, people. And I never understood that. It's even if there's a nail on the road, like it perfectly went into the middle of my tire. Like just as if somebody took it and just hammered it right in. I'm like, how the fuck does that happen? Like you just drive over a goddamn nail in the road and it perfectly sticks in your tire. I don't know. Makes no sense to me. But uh yeah, what was it? Oh yeah. Pranked the hell out of my friend the other day. Fucking hilarious. We have a group chat where we talk and you guys probably know him, Dylan. We I this guy posted in one of these groups that I'm in. He posted a he posted a thing of some like flashlights he bought or something, and it was like Death Clussy and Alien, which is like a Death Claw pussy, and then the vagina of an alien from the Alien series. So I screen capped his picture that he posted, and I just like sent it to the group chat. I'm like, oh, by the way, Dallin, I'm like, your package came in the mail. I'm like, do you want me to bring it over or do you want to come pick it up? And he's like, what? What? I didn't order anything. And he's like, why would I order it to your house? I'm like, well, so it was more secret. And then I posted the picture of the. Fuck, it made me laugh so hard. Oh fuck. The I'm really I'm really enjoying right now. Um, the new season of Cobra Kai is out right now, and it's pretty badass. I'm not done it yet. I think I have two more episodes left, episode 9 and 10, but it's just such a good show. Like they do a really good job of incorporating like all of the old characters into it, and obviously some of the minor characters, excuse me, from the old like from the old Karate Kids. Some of the old characters are just kind of pigeonholed in for like almost cameos, but for the most part, like they really did a really good job with like John Kreese, and then they did a good job with Terry Silver, and this new season it's kind of hyping up to kind of be like the big showdown with Silver. I haven't watched the last two episodes quite yet, but they're setting up a big they're setting up a big arc at the end for when I can't remember what the tournament's called. Tokai Watata. What is the new Cobra Kai? I'm gonna Google it. The season 5 Cobra Kai tournament. What is it called? That's what it's called. The Sekai Taikai. That's gonna be the big. That's gonna be the big tournament. The last episode I watched, they both the both Miyagi Do, aka karate, or Miyagi Do slash um fuck Eagle Fang. That's what Johnny calls his new dojo. They qualified as well as Cobra Kai. So we're gonna see in these last two episodes, hopefully, who ends up winning this Sekai Taikai. And then I don't know. I don't know. Supposedly, a new movie got announced for this show. Um, I think they call it Dark Horizons, but they're gonna do 6 seasons of Cobra Kai for sure, and then a movie. But I've also heard in other news that the movie has nothing to do with Karate Kid. Like it has nothing to do with Cobra Kai the series or like LaRusso or any of that stuff. Let me just check real quick. Uh what is it called? What? Yeah. Well, will new Karate Kid movie involve any Cobra Kai cast? Looks like. Yeah, see, yeah, it says right here. It says Netflix follow-up series to the film franchise. Nor the recently announced new Karate Kid movie is neither from the creators of Cobra Kai, Netflix's follow-up series to the film franchise, nor will it involve any of its cast. It was announced on Friday. So did Columbia Pictures. Blah blah blah. Yeah, there's a new Karate Kid film in on June 7th, 2024. But nothing has been revealed. They're describing it as the return to the original Karate Kid franchise. Huh. That's interesting. I don't- that seems weird because it's just I don't know. It seems like they're trying to do the it seems like they're trying to do what they did with the Jackie Chan movie, which really sucks because Jackie Chan's awesome, but they did that. It was I think it was Jaden Smith. Karate. Yeah, yeah. 2010. It was called The Karate Kid. Yeah, yeah. There was Jaden Smith. Oh God. Oh fuck. That sucks so bad because like I said, like Jackie Chan's awesome. He's probably one of my favorite. He's one of my favorite like actors of all time, and like he's just a he. His martial arts are awesome, and some of his old movies are my favorite. Like Rubble in the Bronx. I love that movie. And what's another one that I love? Was it The Chinese Connection? I think Rush Hour, obviously. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, that guy's awesome. So it was really disappointing to see him in like that Karate Kid movie with like Jaden Smith. It was I don't know. I think it had some good parts, but it just wasn't. Unfortunately, even somebody as good as Jackie Chan can't catch the same fire that Ralph Macchio did in the original. Because it was, yeah, Pat Morita who played Mr. Miyagi. Yeah, obviously William Zabka as Johnny and Ralph Macchio as Danielson. Yeah, you just can't recreate that. Not even with Jackie. There was another one, I'm pretty sure. Uh, maybe not. I thought there was another one that somebody had made. Oh yeah, there is. I think it was called The Next Karate Kid. That's right. Oh my god, yeah. Oh, Michael Ironside was in it? I never watched this one. Ew, it got 4.5 out of 10 on IMDb. 7% Rotten Tomatoes, 36% Metacritic, 68% of Google users liked it. Yikes. Yeah. I'm guessing Hilary Swank is the person that goes under his wing. Yeah, I don't know. Nobody talks about this one. It just made over its budget. It had a budget of 12 million, made 15.8 million at the box office, so just barely got it. Huh. That's unfortunate. I'll have to watch that sometime just because I like to torture myself with bad things. Man. But there's another travesty in town right now. And that travesty is a guy that we all know. His name is Brendan Shaub. Everybody, a lot of people know him for obviously from Joe Rogan. It's funny we're talking about martial arts, but so Brendan Shaub, everybody knows you know, he's an a retired MMA fighter turned turned stand up comedian, and I'm a big fan of Joe Rogan. I watch a lot of Rogan's podcasts, and I just enjoy him as a person. I like his stand up too. It's not too bad, and I just think he's all around a cool guy. But he's friends with some people that not a lot of people agree with. But I'm not saying, and I'm not even saying here that like Brendan Schaub is necessarily a bad guy. Like, but it's definitely clear that to a lot of people and kind of to me too that he's friends with Joe and all those kind of comedian people for the clout. Like it's pretty obvious. It's actually a meme at this point. Well, it's been a meme for a few years now. There's always memes of like Brendan Schaub being like, you know, like Joe Rogan, like Brendan will say something and then Joe will say an altering opinion and then Brendan will change his mind to side with Joe. And there's a lot of people that make fun of him for that because he's just kind of, you don't want to say it, but he's sucking Joe's dick a lot of the time. So I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. You know, he's been on a lot of podcasts and he's been, he's had a bunch of he has like the guy has like a ton of podcasts. I think he has like three or four of them, and he has his own production studio, the Thick Boy Studios, which is cringy as fuck. But I don't know. Again, I don't mind him on Rogan. He seems like a pretty normal dude. He's obviously like pretty butch, right? Like he's one of those manly men that doesn't like to kind of be emasculated, we'll say. But he's he is what he is, and but I never really had a problem with him um on the podcast or anything because I just watch podcasts. I'm like, yeah, he's kind of a suck up to Joe, whatever, normal dude, seems okay. But then uh I've heard he got into comedy the whole time. He's been doing the podcast with like Brian Callen and all that stuff. So he's doing all these podcasts with comedians, which is cool. Whatever. Everybody could do what they want. But then he started doing comedy, and it kind of, yeah, I don't know. He got memed on a lot. He got a lot of shit, and people said he was bad, and I just never really knew. I didn't know if it was true. I thought people were just kind of shitting on him because it's fun to shit on him, and he's kind of a dickhead sometimes, right? And obviously he was DMCAing YouTubers and stuff, which I thought was fucking pathetic. And I think I talked about that on here before. about how like Brendan Shaub was taking down people's videos for just discussing him or discussing his stand up and critiquing it. It's like, okay, buddy, like who the fuck do you think you are that you can't get criticized for anything you say? Like it just, I don't know, it never made sense to me. But but here we are. And he has that new special out. What the heck? Okay, now what was it? Let me just look it up. Uh yeah, the Gringo Poppy. That's what it is. And I forgot this came out, let alone on YouTube. So, oh, oh, sorry guys. But anyways, I forgot he had released this on here. He released his new special on YouTube of all things, and it's called the Gringo Pappy, which pretty sure is just the white dad in Spanish. Um, Not exactly sure what gringo means, but I'm pretty sure. Like I know gringo is it's a slur towards white people, but I don't know much more than that. But either way, I had forgotten that he had uploaded this to YouTube back in April, end of April, so more like May. And I was like, oh shit, well, this is my chance. This is my chance to watch his stand up, and then I could figure out if, like, I could figure out if people are, being mean to him or if it's actually true about his stand up. So I watched this Gringo Pappy, and I gotta say, I don't even blame any of those critics. Like, Critical made a review of it, and my name is Sean, I think his name was. Can't remember right now. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Either way, a lot of people are shitting on this, and holy fuck. It's pretty bad. Like, and I'm even one of those guys that, like, I give people the benefit of the doubt, and I don't really, I don't care what people say about people. I like to form my own opinion. So, and a lot of times I'm against the popular opinion. Usually I'm like, yeah, it could have been better, but it wasn't too bad. But yeah, this fucking comedy special was miserable. Absolutely fucking miserable. And it just wasn't funny. Every 5 minutes the guy is he's making a Mexican joke. Like I'm not even gonna how long is this fucking thing? Let me see here. So I have to mute the volume so it doesn't come to the speakers. Got a high tech setup here, boys. And the guy I was thinking of is Nick is not green. Okay, so yeah, you put it on YouTube. It's 26 minutes. 25 and 58. So it's 26 minutes about long. And I swear to fucking Christ, about 20 minutes of it is him just making jokes about how he hates his wife, jokingly, of course, and how she's a Mexican and how her mom's a Mexican. And it's like, wow. It's just, and again, I think stand up comedy is fucking awesome, and I do aspire to do it. I would love to get on stage one day. In fact, I've even planned like thoughts of getting on stage this year, which if I do, it'll be on. I'll probably record my first sets and all that, and I'll put it up on the Just Board IRL channel, which is not created as of today, but it will be created soon. I'll get into that in a little bit, but um, but yeah, back to Brendan here. Just it was just miserable. Like literally 20 minutes of very basic comedy, uh nothing really smart to say. Like nothing was. It's hard to explain unless you're a big fan of like comedy, but it's usually jokes have to have like a formula, right? There has to be not just the joke. Sorry, fucking sneezed. The traditional sneeze before the podcast 100 times, so you're stuffed up the whole fucking recording session. But you got that traditional. It's a traditional formula of a joke, and it's like, knock knock, who's there? Mom, Jamama. That's a basic joke, right? But you gotta add, like, when you're a stand-up comedian, you gotta add a formula to it. There has to be twists and turns in a joke, and you have to pace it right. That's called timing. And but you also, not only do you have to time it correctly, which I thought he had horrible timing too, because he just kept rushing to the punchline, it seemed like, and sometimes he would stumble over his words and just say a bunch of words too quickly, so you almost got to watch it with subtitles. But there's like timing and structure, and the audience should know where you're going at all times, but at the right moment you steer it a certain way so they have no idea. That's the big hitters. That's the jokes that are classic. Those are the jokes that land really hard, is the ones where they take you on an adventure with them, and then they kind of, just when you think you know how the story's going to go, they just kind of boom, they hit you with the kind of a bomb, and that's where you get that spontaneous laughter. And but yeah, I don't know, Brendan's has nothing of that. It's fucking miserable. If you guys want to watch it, it is on it's on Thick Boy on YouTube. It's just because he's fucking obnoxious, so everything's about thick, because he's a thick boy. But Thick Boy is THICC, so THICCC boy. And like, just look at these comments. I'll just read some of them here real quick. Like, at least he left the comments on. Takes courage. Richard Pryor been real quiet ever since this dropped. Holy fuck. Holy shit. That's hilarious. Only Brendan Shaub can manage having a special where his comments are funnier than the actual special. Oh my god. My favorite bit was where he said the name of Mexican food in a funny voice. Oh my god. Oh, this guy's fucking hilarious. Corey Lawrence, Carlin, Hicks, O'Neill, Shaub, the Mount Rushmore of comedic social commentary. Just when you think you know the answers, they change the questions. Oh my god. Holy shit. 7 minutes in and I haven't even cracked a smile. Now that's talent. Brennan might be the first person to make me really believe in the saying, if I could do it, so can you. Glad that the laugh track from Seinfeld finally got some work after all these years. Holy shit. Holy fuck. Oh, this is almost a DJ Khaled level of delusional confidence. Oh my god. Yeah, if you guys have time, definitely check out the special. If not to watch the special, check it out for the comment sections. They're fucking gold. And look for my comment in there. It might be on there. Maybe I'll invite Brendan onto the podcast to defend himself. That'd be hilarious. But yeah. So moving on from Brendan. Uh Again, if you want to watch it, I'm warning you, it is. Make sure you're doing something else, like lifting weights or running or anything else at the same time, so you don't just waste time, because it's a fucking waste of time. But anyways, I digress. Let's move on. The next thing I kind of wanted to bring up is what I was talking about before was the just board IRL. Now, just board IRL is gonna be um it's gonna be a second channel for here. The idea, and I kind of talked about it before on here. Sorry, I am just stuffed up here because I that's what happens to me. I get my little cubicle here. I go to hit record, and I sneeze about 15 times, and then my fucking nose is full of shit. I got a deviated septum. I'm 600 pounds overweight. You know, all the usual shit. But, anyways, I got a couple things. So, the idea of the channel as just a podcast channel, um, it's never something that I wanted. I never wanted it to just be a podcast. Not rich, just bored is the podcast, but I wanted to kind of branch out from there and move it to other things that I find interesting because there's so many things I find interesting and so many things I enjoy doing from time to time. So I figured I'd just diversify it into almost a network, and it was going to be like the Just Bored network. So Not Rich Just Bored is the podcast, and then there's going to be a channel. I don't know when I'm going to start uploading. It's going to be more of a winter project because that's when I play the most board games and stuff like that is during the winter, and I find it easier to record indoor stuff during the winter because it's not as fucking hot. Because I don't have AC, I'm not a rich bastard. But there's going to be another channel called Just Board Games, and that's going to be me doing board game reviews and just kind of taking a look at board games. And I hope you guys enjoy it. It should be fun. It should be a fun channel, just totally based around board games and me kind of reviewing them, and then maybe there'll be some, whether it's live, it probably won't be live. It'll be pre-recorded probably, but like I'll have sessions of me playing the board games with friends. If people want to watch that, it's all about if people want that, I'll definitely put it on there. But for the most part, it's going to be the reviews of certain board games, and then there's going to be another channel in there called just Board IRL, which is what I was talking about, which is in real life, and that's going to be kind of where we do any kind of challenges or just kind of live action things that we do on the channel. And we actually have recorded our first video for that channel. We did it last week, so you guys will have to stay tuned for that. We did the Toe of Satan challenge. That was fucking awful. It was 9 million Scoville heat units lollipop. It's the world's hottest lollipop. And we did it for, it was me, Ryan, my brother, Kyle, and Dylan. And we all did it. And I'm not going to tell you what happens because I want you to watch the video, but small spoiler alert, there's only one winner. I'm guessing you guys know who that was. If you don't, you're I was gonna say you're talking to them right now, but you're not. You're listening to them right now, because I'm the fucking winner. But yeah, again, it's kind of funny because the Just Board Games is gonna be more winter centric for recording, whereas the IRL is almost more summer stuff, unless there's some live action shit that we want to do, you know, outside during the winter. But it's kind of hard because it gets fucking cold up here in Canada. It gets down to like -40, so we don't want to be pissing around in the winter with cameras and shit freezing up. And I'm not a very big budget. I'm just one guy that does all this stuff. So I don't want to, I don't want to break my $1,000 camera because that's the only one I got. And once it's gone, it's gone. So, but I don't know. You guys will have to let me know what you think about that, and I'm hoping maybe, well, I do have a wedding to go to this weekend, but I'm hoping sometime this weekend I could start working on that video and working on the channels. And I do want to get like a professional designer, maybe on Fiverr. We'll see what I feel like. I might just get a graphic designer local here in town because I know a couple of guys that do it and they're fantastic. And just to get them to do like proper logos for me because I do like my Not Rich Just Bored logo, but it is just honestly, it's very low. It's it's not like it's not original technically. The background is a Google image, and then the Not Rich Just Bored writing is just from pre pre-built in text from Adobe. So I don't know. It is what it is for now. Again, I'm low budget, man. I'm not making money off this. I like the whole podcast thing. I'm just learning. I'm just learning how to do this. I'm not good at it by any means at this point, but the thing is you don't get good by not doing it. You get good by putting in the hours, putting in the work and getting your shit together, and maybe right now I'm the Brendan Shaub of podcasting. But maybe one day I'll be the Joe Rogan of podcasting. It's I think as long as you enjoy something, why not just go for it? Why not do it? So today it's been kind of hard for me because I feel like I'm very scatterbrained. It's so funny. It's because Wednesdays is always the recording day for the podcast. And Wednesday always seems to be the fucking heaviest workload at work. And I always get a shitty sleep on a Tuesday night. It's just how it fucking goes. And it pisses me off because I want to have more energy for you guys and I want to be more focused. And I feel like, and I've talked about this 100 times, and I'm not trying to make up excuses, but it's just like it does affect how people perform and how they talk. I can't remember all the topics. I can't remember. It's funny because during the day when I'm like coffeeed up, I got caffeine running through me, and I'm just giving her shit, and I have all these topics flowing through my head, but then it's like 5 o'clock hits. You go home from work, and it all fucking goes out your left ear. It just leaks out of your brain. And it's like, oh, I don't remember shit about what I was going to talk about. But whatever. It fucking happens, and I don't give a shit because I'm going to keep doing it because I like doing it, and I think it's fun. And if it's a slow news week, it's a slow news week. Fuck it. I'll have a shorter podcast. I don't give a shit. But what was I gonna say now? Oh Jesus, my mom's trying to call me. Straight to voicemail. This is where she's like choking on her floor, begging me to help her. I'm sorry, mom. I'm busy. But I can't remember what I was gonna say now. Oh yeah, that's right. So yeah, hopefully I can get that video up. Um, sometime next week. Get that channel up. Get those channels started anyway, and then hopefully I can get a graphic designer to make all like the channel template and the logo and stuff. And I think it'll be interesting to have kind of a whole just board ecosystem of channels, and then you know it's through networking with friends and stuff like that. And again, I want to get more guests on here, but with work and all that stuff, and everybody's so busy. It's hard to, find guests that have time, and then find guests that can line up your schedule, because some people aren't from around here. Some people are from, excuse me, different time zones. It's crazy. But, yeah, the other thing, I can't remember if I mentioned it last week with Ryan or not, but for the IRL channel, fuck me, I'm coughing like a bitch. For the IRL channel, there's another thing that I'm doing. It won't be in, it'll probably be in a collective video, I imagine. But this October, I'm going to be doing a Sober October challenge. And I don't know who's doing it with me. I might be doing it alone. I do have friends that I've invited, but that remains to be seen. But basically, what I'm going to do is measure my body fat percentage at the end of September, beginning of October. And then all of October, I'm going to be doing the challenge of how much body fat percentage I can lose. And I'm just going to kind of do a video of it. And it's going to be sober. I'm going to not be smoking any weed. I'm not going to be drinking alcohol. I'm not going to be smoking cigars. I'm not going to be smoking anything. Um, so yeah, no more crystal meth, no more cocaine. But yeah, I'm going to be totally sober, and I'm going to be working out like a fucking assassin to try to, because the weight thing I've been doing really good lately, like with my diet stuff, besides, the whole diarrhea at Carl's Jr. But, for the most part, I'm doing really good on my diet. I'm eating less. I'm like disc golfing like almost every day. And, just getting out there. That's what it's all about. It's all about just getting more active, and that will, that will help my mood too. That will help my thought process and all that kind of stuff. It's very important. It's very important to take care of your body, take care of yourself, and like I just feel like I've lived such a don't give a fuck life for too long, and now it's like, okay, just give a fuck. And I just always thought, like everybody says, well, I'm gonna be fat forever. But it's like, you know what? Some people don't have to work on it, but then there are people that really have to work on it. You know, there's people like even me and my twin brother. Like my twin brother, fuck, he could do basically whatever he wants, and his metabolism is so high that it doesn't matter much, and he, pretty much stays in shape, and he works hard at his job. He has a very physical job, but even before he worked there, he still, fuck, he would eat the same McDonald's I ate. Only difference is, he'd shit it out a minute later, and I'd be fucking putting on 400 pounds. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? But I don't know. I Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things. I just think it's important to get out, get some exercise, and eat healthy, eat better, take your vitamins. And so those are all things that I've been doing as of the last couple months. But in October, I'm going to be really strict about it, and I'm going to be trying to like absolutely not eat out at all, not eat any bullshit, and I'm going to be taking all my vitamins like crazy, and I'm going to be just getting out there, getting active, lifting weights, punching the bag, everything. And I don't know, I haven't figured out exactly how I'm gonna do the video for the IRL channel, but I know it's gonna kind of go like I'm gonna film certain segments, and then certain workouts, or certain whatever, certain activities. So I'll be it'll be an interesting video, and then it'll at the beginning it'll show my kind of weigh in, my body fat percentage at the beginning, which I'm going to a professional for, and then at the end it's going to show the end, when I'm what I got down to and what I look like. So I think it'll be it'll be an exciting little video to say the least, and I'm excited to how far I can go with it, and hopefully I get healthier out of it and I don't hurt myself. I know I invited a couple friends to do it, and they're like, sober during Halloween? Are you kidding me? I'm like, well, Halloween's at the end of the month. Technically, you're in the green. You're good. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Either way, that's all I got for you guys today. I need to go take a nap. A cat nap. Actually, I need to go help my mom off the floor. Just kidding. No, she probably just needs help with her computer. Probably forgot how to print again. Fucking useless. Just kidding, Mom. I love you. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Sorry, I was just laughing at the thought of Mom actually ever watching my podcast. That'd be hilarious. She'd be like, "What's this? What's that? This doesn't make sense. You say fuck a lot, don't you?" But yeah, see, here we go. Now I'm yawning. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast on everywhere you get podcasts online. Spotify is our #1 right now. And follow the podcast on all social media. Links are in the description below. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.